Yeah, Cowboy Piplup, Cowboy Bebop Piplup, yeah. Cowboy Piplup, Cowboy Bebop Piplup. Hey there, Space Cowboys. BrotherSgtJames back for another Thursday paint stream. We have a nearly complete Piplup that I've been working on that is not in focus. There we go. And today we're going to finish him up, do some eyeballs. Got some eyeballs on him that we got to get done in. Special thanks to my lovely wife, Eva, for helping me center the eyeballs because I can't do that. I drew the one side and she did the other side. I can't. I get cockeyed. I can't do it. So we're going to finish that up today. I did some work on the rest of this model. I did the hat, the rope, the belt and buckle. Also got some good yellow on his beak and feet. Focus. Saying this out of focus. Gold belt buckle, because I thought that was appropriate. And hopefully the person, Sonia, who I'm painting this for, likes this. So we're going to crack on and get some of this done. So I'm going to do something a little different than normally I would do. To get some nice straight lines, I got myself a .005 fine line marker that I'm going to use to draw the lining on this model. Also what I have is this base right here, which is technically used for a different model, but I'm going to cure this for the Piplup, change it around a little bit, and hopefully lighten this up, lighten that up, find some, I have somewhere, dried grass tufts and some fine desert colored aggregate, and we'll go ahead and make this that base work for this model also, because right now that base is a little too woodsy. So that's what we're working on today. It is a beautiful Thursday today here in Connecticut. And just to remind everybody, we are Third Universe Comic Emporium. My name is James. I paint things on occasion. I do some light sculpting. As you can tell here, all the bits and bobs on this guy are made out of green stuff. I did that on stream last Thursday, I believe. And custom stuff on it. It is simple. I am not by any means a fantastic sculptor, green stuff sculptor, but it does its job. I think it works. I hope Sonia likes the angry eyes I'm going to be doing on this guy. So yeah, as the example, what I did on this, I selected off of a, where is it? Off of a picture I found on the internets of anime eyes. That is hidden right now. I'll try and pull it up. Okay, so get this to work here. Hey Burning Monkey, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream. I'm looking for something that I had saved on my desktop. That's where it is. Huh. Interesting. Maybe it got put in pictures? This is weird. So I had something I had saved on here. I was going to put it up on the monitor so you can see it. Apparently I can't because I can't find it. So he's not getting the, he's not going to be getting the cute little anime eyes. He's getting angry cowboy eyes. Yeah. Oi. So, yeah. All right. So we're going to be doing this. This is a Prismacolor premium. This is a relatively expensive pen that I got at the craft store. Craft store's got a bunch of stuff, more than you know, and some of it you need, some of it you definitely don't. But this is a super fine line pen. So I can come in and I can cut in his eyes to make them stand out significantly more. Why is this, my autofocus, hold on, I'm gonna turn on some more lights. Oh, sorry, I kicked the table. I'll be right back. I'm gonna turn on some more lights. I have found that the indirect lighting has been working better than the direct lighting as of recently. Really? Huh. Alright, so I'm going to go in very much so indirect lighting. And then I'm going to adjust the camera again. Yeah, that's a lot better actually. Why is this all... Oh, I know why. That's super annoying. So every time I go in and adjust my camera, I have to change the sharpness back to being sharp so it'll actually focus. All right. All right. Like I said, I got myself a few of these really nice pens. Actually, they're come in different sizes. This is the single finest point pen that I've ever owned. 0.005. And it acts just like a Sharpie marker. Gonna come in here and we're gonna carefully cut in those eyes. The one eye is a little bit bigger than the other. That's okay. We're gonna make that mostly black anyway. So the we're gonna change some of the colors around inside there. The artwork for this does have, make this a little bit bigger, does have a blue instead of white. So we're going to come in, we're going to cut in that blue in there. And then we're going to do black for the irises. And then possibly some anime highlights. Every time you compliment me, my highlights get one highlight brighter. So it is the color of his body. So you can stay with that. That was not Calgar blue. That was Hoth blue? Ren Hewick blue. Throwback to anyone who knows Ren Hewick. Alright, shrink that down. I'll give this a good shake. This is a very pale blue. We use this for his body that is mostly covered. So this is good to add this to it, actually. This will help. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. That's why. Sitting here trying to figure out why my arms aren't fitting. I had my arm rest up on my chair. So anyone doing anything exciting this coming weekend? I am not really. I did get a new job offer, so that's exciting for me. It is at it is the second actual job offer that I've gotten, and it is the one I am most likely going to be taking, mostly due to the hours being better. Same pay rate, just the hours are significantly better than the other job. The one job that already offered me a position, the one company, they want me to work until 2 p.m. till 10 a.m. Or, 2 p.m. till 1 a.m. There we go. So a 10-hour work shift, that's pretty brutal. I'm not really a fan of that. So the other company, it is still a second shift position, but they're offering me a same pay rate. However, the hours are until 10:30. So 3 o'clock till 10:30. Oh, that looks sick. So that's where we got on that. That looks really good. Might try to cut that a little bit closer on the bottom. And the fact that the white underneath this is as white as it is giving me a very vibrant color on this blue. Yeah. I am absolutely happy with that. There we go. That really makes this, he looks so angry. I love it. Alright, so really the only thing left to do is the eyeballs themselves, which they have done in black irises. I think I want to do a green. They can always be changed, especially if we're doing black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with some a brighter green. Is it goblin? Yeah, I think it's the goblin green. And this will allow us to give... Yes, Piplup. Piplup has been angry, hasn't he? Wasn't there that deleted episode where they went to Safari Village and the guy pulled a gun on him? And no, Piplup wasn't in that. That was and Pikachu gets super angry in that one. Well, Pikachu gets angry all the time. Maybe he's not angry. Maybe he is super focused. Yeah, that's it. He's super focused. And we're going to come in with this super duper bright green. That is not mixed up properly. Always mix your paint. Orange Island part of the show. Man, that's so... You're so far ahead where I was watching the original series is pretty much where I stopped. So many other things that just have come up in my life that have been more important. But I do like the mythos, especially in the game, more than on the show. I think it's super fun. My phone's blowing up again. See about this here. Yes. Oh, that looks awesome. All right. That was significantly less difficult than I thought it would be. Okay, so I'm gonna call him Actually Done. This is the fastest Pokemon I've painted on stream so far, mostly because I was super excited and I did work on him off camera, so that was kind of important. He felt important to me, so I was doing it for someone. One of the things I gotta do now for him is I gotta work on this base. So he is going to come off of this base here, and he is gonna go pull these little tabs. I got some metal tabs I put in his feet, made out of Christmas tree hanging hooks, and I stabbed them through and folded them over, and there goes someone on their motorcycle. And that one I think I just pulled out of his foot. Yep, I sure did. All right. That should get this out of there. Then he's gonna get centered on this base, which might be right about here. He's gonna go right on this base, but I'm going to adjust the color tones. The green's not gonna work really well. You know what, actually, I have another base right here. I'll just use this base, and I will apply the appropriate materials using many methods of many ways of doing things. How I like doing them. It's actually super easy. Well, you're out of season 1, Burning Monkey. I have watched, I think, all of the movies though, because the movies, the Pokemon movies are fantastic. I don't care what anybody thinks, and they're super freaking sad. Yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do is I do have different size, this is called either aggregate or ballast, it's also named as. It's just dirt, filtered. This happens to be very filtered. So I have 3 different sizes of this. I have Chunky Boy, I have less, so big, less, and fine. We're going to go mostly, I think, with big and less fine, just because it'll give a more interesting look to this. Let me grab out my busted up hobby knife and just flatten everything out that I need to. Or this guy came off of another model. So I'm just gonna flatten out those areas. Indigo League is season 1. You're going to be significantly better at the names than I am. Mostly because I'm terrible with names. So really all you need, you can either use super glue, which this is technically not the right kind. This is a gel. It's not thin. So when you put this on, it goes on jalopy. Technically it works, but it's not the right stuff. What you want to use, which I don't think I have any, I do not, is liquid, very runny super glue. Oh, I wish... hydrate, I will. Got some homemade iced tea. That is fantastic. All right. So what I use typically is just Elmer's glue. I happen to have Elmer's glue clear, but it doesn't have to be clear. It can be yellow or whatever. All right, and then you find yourself a junk brush, which I have many junk brushes in my junk brush area. Or those are all my brushes, really. Fancy. So we take some water. Got my water here, clean and brand new. We're gonna take some water. We're gonna spread this glue around. We're gonna thin it down a little bit with the water, and we're gonna spread it around. And we're gonna try and leave some spots for the actual model to go, which is gonna be towards the middle. All right, so that looks like a pretty decent pattern. It's not the whole base. And then we're going to take our very chunky boy aggregate and a Tupperware that is nowhere to be seen that I had in here. Or a box top. Can I find a box top? I don't. Oh, that'll work. Let me grab this. This'll work. It's just a CD case cover. So what you want to do is you want to stick it into a piece of Tupperware, and then you want to take your aggregate and get everything out of your way, get it under the camera. Put your glue down, you take your aggregate, and you let it fall. In this case, this is how I do this. With the smaller stuff, I'll actually dip the base into it. But because this is so chunky, this stuff is so big and heavy, I'm just gonna drop it. All right. And then you take it and turn it over, and you let everything that falls off it fall off of it. Now, the reason why you want to use it in a Tupper bin or a container, box top, or whatever, you see all that stuff that's in there, and guess what? Dump that right back into my container of the aggregate. This goes the same with grass if you're using static grass. What static grass is do I have static grass lying around? I sure do. I just gotta reach. It's somewhere around here. Oh, here's snow tufts. Those can work. These might work. Static grass. Oh, there's my Tupperware. I found it. Yay! Okay, Okay, so this is what I normally use, is this Tupperware right here. So you can see all the grit in the bottom of it already. There's also grass in there, which we don't technically want in ours. Sometimes you gotta be a little fancy, make things look creative or different, you know. Alright, so now that we did that, and we only wanted the big rocks where they are, which is good, it's fine. We're gonna go ahead and put the smaller rocks on. Cover this up. Put that there. Take our base, and we're gonna cover up the rest of this. Whoa. Some more watered down glue. So get our brush wet from the water pot again, and we're gonna use this, and we're actually gonna use it to seal. I might have to wait for this to dry. Yep, certainly am. Or thin it down some more. Angry cowboy Piplup. Get on there. And then we're going to take our next size down aggregate, and we're going to do the same thing. Maybe. He's gonna be like a High Plains drifter. Now, if you're using super glue, this process does go a lot faster, mostly because the super glue dries near instantly to this type of material. This material is Gale Force 9, which you can get, I don't know if Brian carries it at the store, but you can sure probably order it for you. They do make a good product. They're not cheap. They're on the expensive side of the hobby stuff, but they do work, so that's a plus. Let me get the camera on me a little bit here. So we're waiting for glue to dry, essentially. So, yeah. Piplup. Yes. All right. I gotta get this out to Sonia. And then I got some dark scrub. These will work. They're like a dark brown. These will go on there. They'll work pretty good. And I think somewhere I actually have actual desert ones, but they might be in the basement. The basement's kind of a hot mess right now. Knocking anything else that comes off. And one of the other things we're going to be doing, we're going to be gluing him to this base. And in order to glue him to the base, I'm going to be using these two metal pins that I have into his feet. And this one is tight. And we're going to be sticking him through that with these to make sure that he stays on. His feet are too small to get magnets. Like, legitimately, I tried, and the feet are just too narrow, too small. It ain't gonna happen. All right. So we gotta let this dry. Because we're gonna come back in, we're gonna do the edges. I wanna have this the aggregate all the way to the edges. And not just in the center. So I want it to look full and complete. Groundhog! Groundhog, you're late. Piplup. We're finished Piplup today, and we're currently making or waiting for glue to dry on his base, and we're gonna call his base done also. Well, not done, not completely done, but here's our Piplup, Cowboy Bebop Piplup. Hang out right there. There was. Did I have any other guys set up ready to go? I do, right here. I got this guy. All right, someone identify him. Who is he? Who is this guy and what does he do? I have to look him up, find out how we're gonna paint him. How are we gonna paint this guy? What are we gonna do with him? So we can work on him on the stream today if we need to. I don't think I have anybody else ready. Or we can do lash attack on this guy. So what my plans for this guy are is I have some plastic. I'm going to be doing something similar to what I did on Piplup with green stuff. Except on this guy, I'm going to back the green stuff up with, this is a plastic extrusion material for a 3D printer. And what you can do with this, actually I don't think I can show you what I can do with that. What you do with this is you don't take a lighter, you don't do this, and you don't gently heat the material up. That's designed to melt at extremely low temperatures, and then handle it quickly after you do that, because that's very not a good idea. But what happens is that you can get cool, interesting shapes to make your vine whip attack. Or actually, I think I was going to try and come out of the top. In order to do that, I have to cut these down some too. But don't do that. Heating up plastic with a lighter in your bare hands is a terrible idea, and I do not recommend that you do that ever. Ever. Alright. Where are they? That's not what I'm looking for. There they are. Found them. So whenever you use a utility knife, hobby knife, always get a fresh blade. Dull blades will cut you. Hey, listen, I don't know what you did in the Army, but I cannot tell you, I can only tell you not to do it, not that you should ever do it. Mostly because it's extremely dangerous. So always practice safety. Always use a fresh blade on a knife. Always make sure it's secured in properly. And try to use a cutting mat if you don't have a cutting mat. I use the top of this to do some cutting, light cutting. I have a cutting mat in the basement. It was whiting out the camera. It's too bright. So what I'm doing on this guy is I want to cut this. So if I stick this in here, it'll be coming out and I can stick 2 of them in there. Maybe like that. Now I did see pictures that the lash attack, is it lash attack? Yeah, that is a true fact, a true statement of fact. That is exactly what happens. You guys aren't the only ones that did that. I wasn't the only ones that did that. Resources are scarce. You make do with what you have. Now, is it lash attack? Or is it vine attack? I think it's lash. So what you can do is you can give it little twists, like that, and that gives it an interesting shape. Yeah, something like that. Something like that is exactly what I want. So, take a second piece of this. And not do the exact same thing. Grass vine? I thought it was lash attack. It was a Bulbasaur, use lash attack. Burning Monkey knows. He, I think he went into hiding. Alright, so we're gonna do, I got a cool idea. There we go. Sitting too far away from the table. Got to come down more. Exactly what I wanted to do. Now I do know that in the cartoon it does come out from underneath, but I think that's stupid. So what I need to do on these, I need to shave these down so that they can both fit in there. Yeah, so I have looked at pictures and always cut away from yourself. Whenever you're trimming anything down with a sharp knife, always use a sharp knife. That one will go here. Inboard. And the other one has to get done the same thing too. But coming out from underneath, it's stupid. It's a plant. It should come out from inside of it. Right? Right. Glad we all agree on that. Alright, that should get these two to fit. that looks kind of cool. Yeah, I kind of dig that. I can bring this one more forwards. All right, so I'm actually digging that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some glue in there. I know they do come from under. It's stupid that they come from under. Pump that full of glue. And then I'm gonna take these two ends and I'm gonna fit them in there. So I did drill a hole into here, and I did take my modeling scrapey tool and I did scrape off some of the extra things on here. I deepened where his eyes go, so this I actually don't have to redraw the eyes on. Not a lot of modifications on this. Scraped off the data plate off of it, don't tell Nintendo. Yeah, I think this is gonna look good. So it's got those coming out. I could probably even do some coming from underneath them. Should I? I mean, it wouldn't be hard. Let's take my drill a couple holes in underneath where the bulb goes. Then he'd look like a displacer beast, which would also look cool. Displacer beasts are cool too. And I added like little tiny little ribbies on the top too. I was gonna hollow out his ears, inside his ears, but it appears that they don't have hollowed out ears. They're like more like horns. No, under makes less sense. Nightbot's back again, so we'll say hi to Nightbot. We are Third Universe Comic Emporium. We are your one-stop shop for all your nerdy needs. My name is James. I do painting here Tuesdays and Thursdays as of right now. This probably will change in the near future though, unfortunately, but you can always catch us on YouTube where, yeah, the bulb is the flower, but in the top of a flower, you get things grow out of it. Things grow out of the top of a flower. It looks cooler. I'm not taking them out. I think they look cool. We do card games, we do Pokemon, TCG, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh! Also board games. So you can get your Settlers of Catan, Settlers of the game. You can play some of that. We carry all different types of obscure board games. Fine, I'll put some underneath it too. Also, tabletop games like Warhammer are also, that's my thing. That's where I got my start painting, is actually technically was D&D, which you can also get from Third Universe. If you wanted to support us, by all means do so. Oh, I didn't see that yet. How was it? Yeah, I saw that they posted it, but how was it? Was it funny? I hope they did it funny. They did a, not Third Universe, but I think it was College Humor did a spoof on Settlers of Brookland. So a spoof on Settlers of Satan, except it's Brooklyn, where you're trying to gentrify the neighborhood. And let them know that you liked it. You know, some Pokemon purists are going to yell at me for having these come out of the top, so... technically could. Oh no, those aren't coming out. They're in there now. He's gonna be like Audrey 2 and Audrey 3. I've played Settlers of Catan before. Not really my style of game, but a great many people are legitimately into it. So, takes all kinds. A lot of people don't like playing Warhammer. Takes all kinds. I do. Alright. Come off camera again here. Get my wiggle on. Pay no attention to the noises in the background. Not being done on camera. Right. So this has got to come forwards. Definitely got to come forwards. So can't just go in, out like that. It's got to come forwards. So I'm going to go ahead and this is just the start. That looks kind of good. Nothing really harsh. Yeah. Could even, let's see how it looks the other way. Vine whip. Yeah. I can glue that one in. I dig it. So this glue, like I said, it's this is Loctite gel glue. It is very gel. It has really good hold when you put something, when you glue something in. But when it comes out, it is not liquid. It is a kind of, well, it's a gel. And this one, phone's blowing up again. It's Sonia. Oh no. I gotta let them call me back. Oh no. Alright, so apparently I gotta take this phone call. I'll be right back. right, I think I'm back. Hello? Yep, I'm back. Okay. It was a work-related call, so I had to take it. Guinness is very upset. Very upset. Yeah. Phone rang. I sent them the voicemail, and they called me immediately back. So I decided it's probably a better idea to answer. I technically knew who it was, so. Yes. I dig this. I dig this a lot. And I actually have some leaves I can put on the end of these. Okay, so I don't want these touching or intersecting. Right there. Yeah, so actually I have leaves that I can glue onto the ends of these, which I think would be kind of neat. I think that would be kind of cool. I have to find them. I just had them the other day. They're around here somewhere, but that's not going to come today anyway. So, no, they weren't upset about anything. Let me rephrase that. It was a potential job that contacted me, and they called me. I sent them the voicemail, and they immediately dialed me back, so I had to answer it. I was kind of hoping they'd just send it to voicemail and let me be, but they don't know. So I told them, call me back tomorrow. All right, so we got our Tentacle Lord salad bar going on. I'm gonna find my things I said I wasn't gonna use to the person who I got them from, and then go back and change my mind. Because I have somewhere in my hot mess vines, and I can cut these ends off, and they can get attached. Cut these ends off and attach these two. I have unpainted ones too. Yeah. Oh, I think that's gonna look cool. So I just gotta find where I put them, and once I find them, I can use those to make extra cool stuff. But I'll find them later. Hey, Guinness. Guinness, you didn't say hi to everybody. Guinness. You finally got a job today too? Guinness has not got a job. Guinness is all like, I'm a dog. I do all my best work when I'm sleeping. There he is. Guinness. Hey. Hey, buddy. Hey, Guinness. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come on. No, he doesn't want to. He's such a butt sometimes. Guinness needs the best job. Guinness has the best job. He's a dog. Dogs are the best job. All right, so we're fine. He's a couch potato who wants to bark at everyone. That's his thing. He just likes to bark at things. All right, so we have a completed Piplup. And then we have a angry Piplup. Then we have a Bulbasaur, tentacled Bulbasaur we got going on now that I will find the box of those things and I'll clip some of those off and slap them onto the ends. So I'll have actual leaves. And then on these, on the ones that come out of his top, what I'll do is in the anatomy of a plant, there is the thing that holds the pollen that the bees like, has a name. I'll tell you in a second. I'm gonna look it up. Doop 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 doo. My plant anatomy, flower anatomy. Okay, so in a flower, the stamen. So on a flower, you have, here, I'll grab this picture, save images. Save. Then I'll go into here, and I will So what I'm gonna do is, now I can go into my, So on here, the stamen and it's an anther. Technically it's an anther. So I'm gonna put little anthers at the end of this. I'll try to find some beads I can glue on. That'd be kind of cool. So I'll get some anthers. Shrink this back down. It's for educational purposes only. So I'll get some anther to glue onto these. So I'll have like little anthers and I'll glue leaves onto these that come out from underneath them. I think that'll look cool. What do you think? I think that'll look good. And I'll slap him on a base. He's got probably a 50 mil. Yeah, definitely a 50 mil. Yeah, that'll look cool. Yeah, it definitely does at the end of the vines. I know for a fact it does too. I will look that up. Let me see. Let's see. Images. He does. Yeah, they have little. Those actually have like little nubs at the end of it on that. And they do come out from the side, which is so dumb. I don't like it. And what is that? What is that called? And that is... this guy. Yeah. So there's the Bulbasaur attack. He's got like little nubbies at the end of that. I'm gonna put leaves on the end of it because I think that'll look cool. Cooler. And I'm gonna put the nubbies on the end of this. Because that doesn't make sense that these get nubbies on. Someone at Game Freak didn't do their homework. It's not anatomically correct. Alright, so today, what we had finished, or got done today, we got some Angry Piplup going on. We got some Bulbasaur in the house. We have a base that we started. That's got a cure. The glue's got a cure a little bit. That'll be done hopefully by this coming Tuesday, if I'm still here on Tuesdays. If not, I will probably move to Sundays if that's available, or if it's not available, I might just go on earlier in the day, which would be not ideal. Oh well. It is now 5:40 my time. Been on for a little bit more than an hour, and that's going to be it for me for the day. I hope to see you all back again. We can continue doing this. This, to me, is a lot of fun. Good night to you too also, Ground Dog, and